Let's talk about the Grammy Award. What did you get it for? When was it? And how was that to get such an esteemed award?
Basically, she put it on the album, the last track. The album wins Best Jazz Vocal Album of the Year at the Grammys.
Wow.
A lot of my sync success has been just from people hearing the music. We had some placements with the NHL. We actually were the official theme song for the LA Kings in one of their playoff runs.
Yeah, that's dope.
And that was super cool, man. But yeah, in NHL, NBA, I was watching the All-Star game and every time they cut to commercial, they were playing the song. It was crazy. The Dancing with the Stars, the So You Think You Can Dance, all of those shows, like we had some songs on.
You mentioned AI a few times. Mm-hmm. What other kind of ways are you using AI to make yourself more efficient?
It made my website for me. It told me how to do my automation. I just started doing automation growing up and coming to real business. I started, it's called Artist Choice. And basically I'm giving the artists a chance to pick their budget. And I've already talked to like over 300 artists.
I'm gonna throw out some names that people that you worked with. Nicole Scherzinger.
She's so underrated.
Yeah. Tiffany Haddish.
I'm actually in the music video for a few of the scenes. She has to like twerk on me in the diner. It's kind of weird, but it's funny.
RuPaul.
I only met RuPaul once.
Brandy.
Being in the studio with Brandy is just absolutely ridiculous.
Chaka Khan.
Okay, now that one's a good story.
Okay. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer and engineer, and he's worked with some huge names in music and entertainment. Kofi Agyei. Thank you for joining me, brother.
How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing? How you been?
Pretty good.
Good.
Keeping in there.
I feel like I gotta apologize. I feel like I'm responsible for the biggest oversight in podcast history because you came on the podcast, the previous iteration of the podcast before, and this is a music-focused podcast, and Grammy Award is the biggest award in music, and I did not ask you about the Grammy when you came on the last time. I feel like if there was like post-game analysis for podcasts, I would have been roasted for that. And so let me make up for it. Let me redeem myself.
So basically, I got it in like 2012, I believe it was the year.
Okay.
Basically, I was at Berkeley is how basically we kind of got it. I got it kind of early.
Okay.
So it's not I was grinding, sleeping on the streets for 10 years story, you know what I mean? Like, I actually got it super early in the career. So basically, we worked with an artist named Shay Rose. We did our whole EP back in the day while we were still in Boston. And I mean me, Carl, and Q, which is We Dope. And we were doing our whole project. She was working with Terry Lynn Carrington, who was a really like big jazz drummer in the music game. She'd been around a while, but she was a professor at Berkeley. And Shay and her were working together really closely, and she needed somebody to do a remix of one of her songs or a track on one of her album that she was dropping. And since Shay was working with us, she asked us to do it. Terry Lynn liked it, and it was basically she put it on the album, the last track. The album wins Best Jazz Vocal Album of the Year at the Grammys.
Wow.
And so we just right place, right time kind of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, so early on, I feel like they had to feel like really good to
It was. I mean, it was
that.
Extremely validating. I think it was like 3 years after I decided to do music for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's cool, especially like early on, because I feel like early on in the journey, in the musical journey, it can be very depressing at times because a lot of times you're not getting a lot of those wins, so to have that win kind of early, I feel like is really cool.
Yeah, I think it's like, it was a great sign, for us to be like, you made the right decision.
Track,
You're on the right track, keep going. Like, it was one of those things.
And you mentioned We Dope, and that's the company that you have now that you work with?
So it's a production company that we started in 2009, I believe, at Berkeley. Well, we all went to Berkeley. Me, Carl, and Q. Q actually finished. He went there, I think, all the 4 years. He's actually in Korea right now. And Carl, he's here in LA. We came together from Boston. And yeah, we've been cranking out stuff since then. We actually got our first big placement. It was a K-pop placement with this group called Shinee and a song called Up and Down. A lot of K-pop fans will know it because Shinee is like, I usually say they're the NSYNC of Korea. Oh, wow. Okay. Like it wasn't that long ago, but it was like 2009 or whatever. But it was their second album. We had the first track on the album. And so a lot of people, if you turned on that album, I think it's called Lucifer, the Lucifer album. If you turn it on, it's the first track. It's the first thing you hear is our song, which is like super dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was one of our first songs we ever made together too. It was like probably the third or fourth song we ever did together.
Oh wow.
It's kind of crazy.
Yes, you getting all this validation early on, like which is like I said, awesome and like a good sign, like an encouragement to keep going, keep it moving. You've worked with a ton of big names in the industry.
Handful.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna throw out some names that of people that you worked with. And I basically want you to tell me kind of how it happened, what you kind of did with them, and if there was anything you learned or like kind of what you remember from that experience working with them. So we'll start with Cynthia Erivo, who is killing the game right now. Wicked, obviously a massive cultural phenomenon. And so you had the opportunity to work with her?
Yeah, in a sense.
Okay.
It was one of those situations where I didn't actually get to meet her.
Okay.
But I did help make the track that she sang on. It's called Nobody. It was on the, which one was that? I think it was Forbidden. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a Todrick Hall project called Forbidden.
Got you.
And it was a diner scene in the video. And so like the production, Todrick wanted like forks and plates and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so it was cool. It was fun making that. I don't think I've made a song using forks and plates samples since, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always cool. I worked with a producer one time who he would just pull out random stuff and just make sounds out of like I feel like anything. And it was really cool though. It was super dope.
Yep. It's how you use it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay, so Cynthia Erivo, Brandy.
Brandy was dope. I actually worked with her a couple of times. Again through Todrick. Though one time, so the first time was Lullaby, which was also on the Forbidden project. I keep getting them mixed up. We did
It's all good. Yeah, I know you did a bunch of projects. It's all good, brother.
No, Lullaby was straight out of Oz. It was the first full-length album we did. Okay. And that scene was beautiful too, like the way they shot it and everything. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. And she just sang the crap out of it. Todrick wrote the song. It's really simple, like production, guitar. G played a lot of the guitar on that, and then like we just helped put it together. And I think she recorded with her people, but I didn't meet her at that time. I met her later when we did another song called Click Clack, and don't remember the project that one's on. Yeah. But that song was super dope. Like, yeah. Todrick pretty much gave us the direction of what he wanted. I think we made it like the day before she came in. Like it was one of those type of situations. Like, and we just had to get it done. And she came through, killed it. Like being in the studio with Brandy is just absolutely ridiculous. You know?
I mean, yeah, she's kind of legendary status.
Absolutely legendary, but it's also super easy because she's so good. You know? Yeah. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It was pretty chill.
All right, dope. Nicole Scherzinger.
She's so underrated.
Yeah.
But I think she's getting the love now, like from the Broadway stint she just did. But she can sing, man. Yeah. She's one of them ones who can like really go in the studio. Like anything you ask her to sing, she'll sing it and just kill it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you have those pop hits, like when she did, with Pussycat Dolls, it's not a lot of pop songs. You're not really going for it. Most pop songs aren't showing off Adele type of vocals. You know what I mean? No. And so you don't really realize, I feel like a lot of times that some of these people can go, you know?
Yeah. I think sometimes it's just how it's written and stuff, and you just want it to be easily singable and stuff, especially when you're making pop music. Like, you don't want it to be overly complicated and stuff. So like, they don't get a chance to really show off their skills sometimes. And some of these singers they can go. Yeah,
because somebody else told me that about her too. Somebody had seen her perform or seen her live or something like that. It was like relatively recently, and they said the same thing. Like, oh yeah, she is incredible.
Because you think it's like, okay, she could dance, she could do all these different things and whatever, act and be a judge on these shows and stuff like that. Just super entertaining, but also can sing. You know, people they don't give her that credit like they should.
Yeah. Dope. Chaka Khan.
Okay, now that one's a good story.
Okay.
So again, it's another Todrick project. So a lot of these were features off of his albums, and he worked with her, I believe, in, I don't want to say which Broadway play or whatever. He worked with her back in the day, and they kept in touch, and they were cool. And so he'd always mentioned doing a song with her at some point, and we finally got the chance to do it. So basically, he came up with the idea of how he wanted like the production to go. This is literally, I don't know, 20 hours before she's supposed to be there. You know what I mean? So like from scratch, we had to come together. I think he asked me to start it, so I started it. The song turned out really well too, but I had to go with basically my first instincts on everything, you know, because we didn't have time to do too much editing. And she came through the next day, and my wife at the time was pregnant with our son, my second son, and I actually had to leave the session early. So like, I was there for like the first hour. I met her and everything. And so she called me, my ex-wife, but my wife at the time just called me. I was like, yes, things aren't feeling right. Like, something's going on. And we already had like some complications with the pregnancy as far as like different things. But so I was like, dang. I'm in such a Chaka Khan. And I gotta go.
Wow.
But it's something in my spirit told me like, yeah, you gotta go. And so I got my stuff after I met her, took a picture, all that stuff. And I missed pretty much the majority of the session, man.
Yeah.
I had to go. Wow. And my son was actually born literally the next day. We got admitted that night, and he was here in less than 12 hours later.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy. Well, at least you did get to meet her, and you got the picture. You like, I got emergency, I gotta go, but let me get this picture first.
Had to, man.
Yeah, no.
It's like, she's a complete legend.
That absolute legend. You know? That is like legend. Yeah, totally.
And she was super cool, super nice, friendly, everything. And then when I heard the record, I was like, oh yeah, man, she killed it. Like, she's singing in the stratosphere. And the song goes.
Dope. Yeah, I love it. Tiffany Haddish.
That's another cool story.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I had no idea she did music at all, you know what I mean? And I was like, well, sure. I mean, she sounds like she probably could, you know? And then Todrick actually asked us to be in the music video for this one, if we wanted to meet her or whatever. So we came through, and I'm actually in the music video for a few of the scenes, and she has to like twerk on me in the diner. It's kind of weird, but it's funny. And then Carl was actually in it as well. And then, but yeah, we got to chill with her pretty much the whole day with the video shoot. I don't think we were there for the recording, but the whole video shoot, we chopped it up with her. She's super cool people. Yeah. She played us a bunch of her music like that she had. And yeah, she was just a super, super chill. She's exactly.
I was about to say, she seems like a ball of energy and just like a good time.
She's exactly who she portrays to be. Like, she's not portraying anything. That's her. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's silly. She's fun. She's cool. You know what I mean? It's all of that.
Dope. Yeah. Oh, RuPaul.
I only met RuPaul once, and that was in like that was outside of a Todrick show. Okay. But we actually we have two songs with RuPaul, Dim Beats and Low. So I mean, I think Todrick pretty much wrote most of that song. I did most of the track for Dim Beats, and I think Jeeb did most of the track for Low. But we always give each other feedback and pointers and stuff like that on different things. But yeah. Not much there with RuPaul. I wasn't there.
Okay.
But got the credit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's how it goes in the industry. A lot of times just send this track over, and then all of a sudden a big name's on it, and then you have a credit with them.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you're in a room with them. It just depends.
Yeah.
I would obviously prefer to be in the room, you know?
Yeah.
But schedules and different things, you never know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Absolutely. And then so you mentioned Todrick Hall and all those situations. Mm-hmm. How did that relationship with him start?
So we met him through Vonzell Solomon, who was American Idol top 3, I think. She can still one of the best singers I've ever worked with. Like she's an incredible singer.
Yeah.
And we got to meet her actually through a frat brother of ours, and we met her at church, and then we worked with her. We did her EP, and I think Todrick heard it because she was friends with him. I didn't even know. I remember I discovered him on YouTube like everybody else.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, this guy's pretty good. And I showed Vonzell. She was like, that's my homie. We're real good friends. I was like, really? You know him? She's like, yeah. And then I think I played the Target video for her. She was like, I'm in she told me she's in the Target video. I was like, for real? I just watched it.
Yeah.
And they did this Target flash mob. She's like right beside him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how I missed it. But so he basically heard our music through her. And I remember, I think she gave him our number or whatever. And he just called me one time. I remember I was on a run, and I got a random call from a LA number, and I was like, oh, let me pick it up. And then it happened to be him. I was like, oh, snap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got your information from Vonzell, blah, blah, blah. And he needed something recorded in an hour or two, because the video had to go up in the next 2 hours or so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything with him is super last minute, super now.
Yeah.
So I run back home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get in the shower, get dressed or whatever. And then actually I was at my girl's place at the time. So then I had to drive back to where our studio was. And I think he beat me there, but Carl was there. And we recorded him, the song, and then I did a little bit of editing or whatever, mixing, and then sent it over. It was up within 15 minutes after being done. It was crazy because he already had the video done, and he already recorded a demo, but he just wanted a better one. Mm-hmm. And so he just re-recorded what he did. They put it to the video, and it was up immediately. It was crazy.
Yeah, I remember last time we talked, you talked about the sense of urgency that Todrick has, and how that kind of helps him be super productive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's because you hyper focus on one thing, we need to get this done by tomorrow to catch some social media wave, or just because if I don't get it executed within the next 2 days, I'm going to not care about it, and it's never going to get done.
Yeah.
So while it's super high energy, good frequencies or whatever, in my brain, in my spirit, get it done. You know what I mean? Don't block out everything else and just tunnel vision on that.
Yeah.
And it really does work.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I try to do something similar, and a lot of times I won't even, I won't tell other people unless you're directly involved. I won't tell you about it, because a lot of times other people have a way of being like, oh, really? You want to do that? Or just even if they don't mean to be negative, sometimes it's just those little negative comments.
Even a look.
Yeah.
Just take the wind out yourself.
Yeah, then you start second guessing. I really try to, when I have something that I'm excited about, get it done, do it now before I even tell anybody, so that I can kind of give it my full energy without being swayed by outside negativity, I guess.
Yeah. And then another thing is if you need help getting it done, just ask for help for that specific part of it. Yeah. You don't have to tell them the whole backstrap, the whole project, the whole whatever. Just tell them what you need done. Yeah. Get it done, and you need it done ASAP. If you can't do it, I got to go to the next person and try to get it done ASAP. And I'd say 90% of the videos on this channel are like that. That's how they were done. Yeah. We only had maybe 2 albums where we really just took our time and did things how we wanted to do them exactly, you know, without any super rush or But sometimes, I mean, I don't know. It's part of the process. His process is rush and like do a bunch of songs all at once, you know what I mean? And then see which ones stick, and then we focus on those or whatever. Yeah. But not everybody has the same process. Some people like to work on one thing at a time, like long for like a month or 2 months, one song, and then you go to the next song. You know what I mean? Yeah. It just depends. Everybody's different.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm probably kind of more like that. But I love the Todrick story because also it's like you never know what's gonna come from something, you know? Because as you were telling all these stories with all these other huge names, it was always like, oh yeah, and Todrick and this, and it started with that. And so it's like if you wouldn't have done that, then none of those other things would have happened. And sometimes it's like you just don't know what's gonna be that thing that's gonna lead to all the other things. And so I feel like do everything to the best of your ability. You know what I mean?
That's all you can do, really. It's like if you think of, I think if anybody thinks about like success in their life and they really go back, you just see how many ways it could have not happened. Happened. Like it's like so many dominoes have to fall for it to happen. And so that's how you just like, you should know, and your intuition is like, okay, this is meant to happen. You know, it's supposed to be like this. So just lean into your inner understanding and like trust it.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there anybody else that, any other big names that I may not have mentioned that you work with?
I'm sure there are.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. Anybody that comes to mind?
One of them I could say that I've never said publicly is that we did a version of one of our songs with Kehlani one time.
Oh, word.
Yeah, but it just never came out.
Oh, okay.
It just is one of the things that just never saw the light of day.
Yeah.
But that was super dope too.
Absolutely, yeah. How was that? Like the process and like working with Kehlani?
I mean, it was more so like a recording session, you know what I mean? So it was like just takes and stuff, you know what I mean? But she's like super dope, just as good as advertised, you know what I mean? Like her voice is awesome, her music is awesome, her taste is awesome, you know what I mean? Like I thought it was a dope song, but it didn't make it.
That's how it goes sometimes. You also did some stuff with Dancing with the Stars, I was reading.
Yeah, with some of the songs, some of the Todrick songs, the big ones, like they've had a lot of good placements and sync. It's been great. And so like a lot of my sync success has been just from people hearing the music. So that's one way, you know what I mean? People are like always trying to, I need a MIDI supervisor, I need to do this, I need to do that.
Yeah.
That's the active way to get syncs. But another way is just get really seen, get your music heard by as many people as possible. Yeah. And they'll find you. Yeah. And that's kind of how we got a lot of them. But the dancing stuff, like the TV shows, the competition shows, picked it up like crazy. Them and then like I just thank all of them. The Dancing with the Stars, the So You Think You Can Dance, all of those shows. Like we had some songs on. Usually it's either Attention or Nails, Hair, Hip, Seals most of the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dope. And you've had some other, sync placements and stuff. Like I know there was some professional like sports teams and stuff like that you had some sync with.
Yep. Me and Josh Moreland and Offstream, we did some stuff with them as well. We had some placements with the NHL. We actually were the official theme song for the LA Kings and one of their playoff runs.
Yeah, that's dope.
And that was super cool, man.
Yeah.
That's my first time going to a hockey game. And those guys, man. I was like, yo, hockey is a different beast.
Yo, some other stuff.
They're big, they're fast, and they're hitting each other hard. I'm just like, yo, this is a legit sport.
Yeah.
But yeah, in NHL, NBA, I was watching the All-Star game, and every time they cut to commercial, they were playing the song. It was crazy, man. Because I was watching the game just to be watching it. I didn't even know we had placement on it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, oh.
Was this is the NHL you're talking about, or was that the NBA?
The NBA.
That's the NBA. Yeah, wow. So you're watching the playoffs just randomly, and your song pops up.
Yeah, the All-Star game. It was super cool, man. I was like, oh, I had to get my phone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's incredible, dude.
Yeah.
And how did the NBA placement come
That
about?
was through Offstream. So I actually did a song with Just a Lyricist, and I co-produced it with Cairo,
Okay.
He's a dope producer over there at Offstream. And, yeah.
How did you start working with Offstream?
Through Josh. So me and Josh Moreland been working together for I think over 10 years now.
Yeah.
And like he's a social butterfly.
Oh, yeah,
You've had him on your show. He knows everybody.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I already know. Yep.
He's just one of those guys. He's plugged in and he loves his music and he's always like rooting for his team, his squad.
Mm-hmm.
And we just need people like that around, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
They just help make you better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, he came on the show and he definitely and I run into him sometimes and he's quick to, here's the music and here's, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that's obviously, it helps get it out there.
Yep. Especially when somebody's championing for you and be like, hey, you need to meet this person. This person's off the chain. This person's off the chain. Y'all two need to meet and be off the chain together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very necessary in LA for sure.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That is, I feel like some people definitely underestimate the value of the networking and just like, getting to know people. And I'm definitely somewhat introverted. So it was something that I had to kind of force myself to be outside and start being out and going to different networking events, open mics, showcases, whatever, to, meet people. I recently was at a conference on Sync, ran into Josh there. But so stuff like that, it's like I had to, because I know I'm introverted, but I know that it's an important part of it. I'm forcing myself to be outside,
Yeah. I mean, I think the majority of us are introverted that are in like music or entertainment in general. And so it makes it really awkward. So we have somebody who's good at being extroverted. And like people think a lot of times like extroverted, you have to be like loud, proud, and rambunctious all the time. It's like, but I think the most plugged in person I know, she's super like calm and collected and cool. She just gets along with everybody and just knows everybody. Yeah. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, definitely. Super important. Definitely want to stress to artists out there to, get out there and network. And because, I mean, like I said, a lot of these things that, you talked about, it's like, oh yeah, from this person and then this person led to this thing with that person. And you know what I mean? That's just how it goes. It's dominoes.
It's just how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. So last time we also talked about Spotify and the streaming. I know one song has, at least as of this recording, has over 100,000 streams. Another song right up on 100,000. So when you're releasing a song, how are you thinking about the strategy and getting streams and that type of thing?
So for me, when it comes to Spotify and like streams and all that stuff with my own artist projects, I switch it up all the time. Okay. I'm still in the experimental phase. Yeah. But I have learned some things like along the lines. I kind of just, a big part of me wanted to do it just to see what's going on with my artists that I work with and see like why some of them aren't streaming as well as I feel like they could. Like what's the problem? Yeah. Because I know it's really hard to get out there like and get social media like likes and all that stuff, followers. Yeah. It's extremely hard. So I just wanted to see how hard it would be if I just focused on streams and streams alone for just a little while to see what happened. And did some stuff where like, okay, songs like got put on a playlist and got a crap ton of spins and then they'd get off the playlist and then it's gone, that whole thing. Yeah. And so after I did that, I discovered Hyped It. And then I started running Facebook ads off some of my songs. And so I think the first one that did really well was success from the Facebook ads. Okay. Another one, I think the one you're talking about over 100,000 was Know My Island. Yep. And that was with Bo Napoleon. Okay. So collaboration is huge. Yes. He's got I think 100,000, 200,000 monthly listeners or something like that.
There you go.
He's got a song over 1 million plays or a couple million plays maybe. Like he's on the radio in Hawaii. Like if you can team up with him, do it. You know? We appreciate it both. But no, so his fan base has been amazing. And then the one that's approaching it was the first one I did. It was I don't even know my own songs.
Was it Every Time I Kiss You? Yeah. That's what I thought,
So that was like one of my first ones when I was trying to do the ads and stuff. And I just let the ad run for a long time. I wasn't paying much. It was like, I think $5 a day or $10 a day maybe. Okay. And just, I did it for like a year.
Oh, okay.
Just people were finding it. The Instagram ad was doing really well. Facebook was doing really well. And it just really helped boost the numbers on that one. Same thing with Cinema. Cinema, I think, was probably my most organic one. Okay. And that one is just like, I didn't even do that much promotion on it. I think it's it's like the, what do you call it?
Like the residual
effect of the other ones. You know what I mean? And so like, it's a compounding thing. Yeah. It's not really linear, like every song you're going to get this many plays. It's like, it depends. Yeah. It's like, are people feeling it or not? Are they sharing it or not? When did you drop it? What was your rollout plan? Like everything matters. It's crazy. And so like to be an artist in today's time, like AI is making it easier, but it's still impossible to do all by yourself. Right. You know what I mean? Right. You still need some help or some team or a process that you want to improve upon. Don't just like release songs and just hope for the best. You know what I mean? Yes. And so you have to have like a process that you develop and that you keep fine tuning and growing yourself. Yes. And I feel like that's the way to really get bigger streams that are organic, at least. Yes. No, I think you definitely hit on something, is like having a process and then fine tuning it over time, see what is working, what's not, and then just keep iterating with every release. And you'll get some booms. And once you get a boom, you got to study that boom and figure out how to do it again. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes there's no way to figure out exactly what happened. Yeah. And I mean, it is what it is. But if you can find out, if you can do some research, if you ask around, you can ask Chat, GPT, whatever you need to do, like find out where your streams are coming from. And just really it's about finding your people if your music's good, you know what I mean? And so if you can find your people, just make a home there. Yeah. Stick with it. I think that is what is good about Facebook ads is that you can target specific people. Yep. And then you can find your people, as you said. And you can do lookalike on it. Like you can you could find an artist that's similar to you, or their fan base is like their fan base is similar to mine or whatever. And they make similar music. Yeah. And you could literally target their fan. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. And it just optimizes like over time and gets better and better at finding those people. Yeah. So it's not really a cheat code because it's out there. Everybody knows, you know what I mean? But it's like people don't think it's gonna work. And for me, what was cool was like people think ads are like, oh, I gotta go film something. I gotta tell people to watch my. So literally with the Hyped It, I think his name is John. What's his name? I was about to mess it up. Anyway, the dude in charge of Hyped It. Yeah, the CEO of Hyped It, John. Yeah, he was like, just put the album cover up there. And it puts like maybe some small little sparkle effects or whatever. But it's really about the words and then the first few seconds that they hear. And so they have a tool where you can chop up 3 different parts of the song, and then they'll run all 3 of them. And then after a while, you can decide, okay, this one's outperforming the others by a lot. So let's put all the money on that one. Yep. And it's just like stuff like that, just optimizing over and over and over again. Yep. But he was like, if you put the music video, they want to go to see the rest of the video. So they press click on that. Like if they click on that and they go to Spotify, then they're like a little bummed out. So that's the reason why he said don't use a music video. Just use the album cover. You know what I mean? Okay. But I mean, you can try whatever you want. Right. If you want to try like an actual ad, hey, I'm blah, 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 go check out my song. Try it. I don't know. It might work. Yeah. No, I mean, and here's the thing. You mentioned, and I've done some of this before too, you can try different things. You can run multiple ads. Like one time I ran like, I want to say, because one thing I tried was having a playlist of a bunch of songs that are in my kind of genre and, you know, built out a playlist like that. And I created, it must have been
I don't know, 30 plus like different kind of clips of things to try from different songs in the playlist. And you know what I'm saying? I put together all these different clips and ran all the ads, like started them all. And then I could see like, okay, this one's actually doing well. This one's doing well. And I got, some of them were down to maybe, I think there was a couple that was like 6 cents a click, which is like really good.
Cheap,
yeah. And so, and then I think I had maybe 6, 7, 8, and 9 cents a click on. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna run those 5 and keep those going.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So like you said, you could try different things, different types of videos. If you want to do one video where you're like, hey, what's up, this is my song. You want to do one video that's like a music video. If you want to do one video that's like the album cover, different parts of the song, whatever. Put like, you know, $5 a day on each one, see which one does the best, and then, you know, run those that
and
are
a
most
lot
optimized.
of it has already been done. Just ask the question. Like I was gonna even just say with the analyzing the Facebook ad results, what I started doing is just throwing it in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like just tell me what's the best one.
Yeah.
What's combination is the best based off of this data. And it will just tell you. And I'm like, great. So now I'm gonna take that headline, that description, that thing, whatever. And I'm just gonna run this, take all the money away from those other ads that aren't performing well and dump it on the one that is doing well.
Yes.
You have to give it time though, like at least a month, 6 weeks, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, it just works.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned AI a few times. What other kind of ways are you using AI to make yourself more efficient?
Let me see. For me, it's 90% like the chats right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they do so much.
Yeah.
Like it made my website for me. Wow. It told me how to do my automation. I just started doing automation growing up and becoming a real business with like real like submission processes and all that stuff instead of just taking phone calls, because I just wanted to get out there and work with more people.
Yeah.
And the only way to be able to handle it all is if some of this stuff was automated, like split sheets and contracts and all these different things, explaining the process, the revision process, all kind of things. Like just have it all just set up where you do a certain thing, it goes into this database. I use make.com to run my automations.
Okay.
And then it works with all these different apps. You can schedule things. It's great. That's how we got this thing. I just sent you my calendar. Like, I just put it on the calendar and scheduled. It sends reminders, puts it on my Google Calendar. I know what's going on. Yeah. And that's the only way I could be able to like handle the amount of people coming. I've already talked to like over 300 artists like in the past 2 months. Wow. You know what I mean?
So just trying to get more artists into your business, into your studio, whatever. Yeah. And so you've automated a lot of these processes, and then those artists are coming to you and you've talked to a bunch of them. Yeah.
And so like, for me, it's a thing because I started, it's called Artist Choice. And basically I'm giving the artist a chance to pick their budget, because I know a lot of artists, when they release songs, they'll be like, I have a $200 budget for marketing, or I have a $300, $500 budget to make the song, recording and all that stuff. Yeah. Like, cool, just fit me in your budget. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
If you're good enough to get your song to a certain level, you just need me to do the mixing and mastering or whatever. Or if you just need me to do the track, and then, or you did most of the track, you just need me to fill in the gaps to make it like a doper track. Just pay me per hour. I'm $100 per hour right now. Today's price ain't always tomorrow's price.
Right, yeah.
But and then basically I just get to work with so many different people and just like do so many different types of styles of music and just get out there a lot more. Because I've realized a lot of our business is really just it's the toughest part is being heard, being seen. If you can be seen, you can be heard, you can go like really far. So I'm like basically building an ecosystem of where like I'm gonna be doing like tutorials. I'm probably gonna start streaming, going live, and just really just jumping into that now that I can handle it because of the AI is taking care of all the rest.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said, I want to touch on a few things, but first the artist choice thing you were talking about. So basically, if somebody says, okay, I have this much money to spend on this, you basically like, okay, cool, here's what I can do for that price, basically.
If it's impossible, I'll just tell you and be like, I can't mix this 50-track song in an hour. Can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, if you give me 3 tracks or 2 tracks to mix and they're at a decent level, I can mix it in an hour for you and take it from like blah sounding to like pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
An hour, you believe it or not, like you can turn a song completely around in an hour. You know what I mean? If it's close enough.
Yeah.
If it's like blank slate, give me a hit record in an hour.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, right.
I'll give you 2 loops. Maybe find a couple loops, put them together, make some drops. But it can be done.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're gonna get what you get. You know.
Yeah.
But if you're cool with just, and a lot of people don't want to spend like thousands of dollars all up front on a risk, like somebody they've never worked with before. You know what I mean? And so this is just a way, like little by little, we get to know each other. You get to work with each other. You know what I mean? And it's a lot scarier to spend $100 than it is
absolutely
$5,000, which sometimes that's what it costs for somebody to make a song. You know what I mean? Like it depends. Yeah. Every song's different.
Yeah. No, that's super cool. I love that. And it's good for, people watching this to, take advantage of. I think that's very cool. I want to go back to AI and some of the things you were talking about that you set up. I've done a little bit of research into make.com and that's something I'm definitely looking at. Can you talk a little bit more about like what you're setting up through Make and kind of, and how you're...
So like, for example, what's a good example? Okay, so like a basic thing, like most companies have this, you know what I mean? But I felt like in order to have a website that could do all these different things, I would have to hire somebody and pay them thousands and thousands of dollars or whatever. I didn't realize I could do it myself.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it's kind of computer science-y, but I actually went to school for electrical engineering, which is very similar to computer engineering, computer science. Yeah. So I did have some like coding classes and stuff so I could think like them. And then I can ask Chad any questions I have. Yeah. So, but basically like after like, there's a whole process where I do like the half upfront deposit and then you schedule a time and that time I'll meet you on that day and we'll do a virtual session. And so like all of that front part is pretty much automated. The only part that's not automated is me talking to the people. Right. And me doing the sessions. Everything else is automatic. Then like after we do a session, I send the stems. I have a whole form that I used. It's a shortcut to just copy and paste the stems in there. Oh, wow. Send everybody a beautiful email. And it has like revisions PDF that shows you how to do your revisions. You email it to me, then I send it back. And then if you're done, you pay the final deposit. Everything's in there. And the email's just like ready to go. Wow. And then you get a discount code after our first session, so you get a coupon for the next time you come back. You know what I mean? Just things like that. Like people don't do that in music. You know what I mean? Yeah. But studios, sometimes I've seen them do it. Yeah. But like producers and stuff, I usually don't see producers really operating like a business. Yes.
And that's something that I feel like is important that a lot of artists don't do because, there's like making music is hard. It's a lot. And so sometimes thinking of it as a business and doing the things necessary to be a business sometimes falls through the cracks.
Completely.
And
one of the most guilty people for it. You know what I mean? I'm always just creating and like just all the business take care of itself kind of thing. And it won't.
That's not how, it's not going to.
You have to take the time out to build your database. Man, I recently, the past couple of months or weeks ago, I went through all my contacts who I've met over the decade and a half that I've been like trying to do music full time. And I'm like, man, I didn't realize I had certain people's contact information. I'm like, whoa, I need to reach out.
100%.
Or I need to I need to make use of some of the stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. And then so I feel like the more you can automate and the more you can make those other things efficient, like the more you think about stuff like that, be like, oh, I have so-and-so, let me reach out to so-and-so. Because those are the types of things that I feel like can make a big difference. Whereas, you know, like taking somebody's pay or whatever manually, or doing some of these things that you have automated manually is not necessarily what's gonna help you level up. You know what I'm saying? And so automating those things that aren't necessarily helping you level up but need to happen can allow you to focus on the things that'll help you level up.
Absolutely. Yep. I couldn't say it better. Honestly. And that extra time, it's just a little bit of time too. It's like, it just helps you think of the next thing, or to implement the thing that you've been waiting to implement for months, but you've had all this back work to do. And it's like, that back work can wait sometimes. Or you could be automated, and you need to just go ahead and make that business stuff happen. I implore that for or suggest that to any producers or artists out there. It's like, get as efficient as possible, because there's a million things we got to do.
Absolutely. And I feel like too, one thing I try to stress is that I feel like there's this big anti-AI thing in the artist community, especially because it's like, okay, you know, my graphic designer friends are gonna lose their jobs because, you know, AI is doing images now, and now AI, there's AI bands and, you know, artists that are going up on Spotify, and then you hear about Timbaland signing an AI artist, and so there's a lot of fear around it, and I get it, but also I feel like, to me, AI is the next wave. It's coming. It's here.
It's here.
You know. AI is the wave, so it's like you can either learn how to surf or you can be submerged. And I feel like that's the options.
Those are the options. You know? That's it.
And so my thing is like, okay, let me learn how to surf. You know?
Exactly. And we have a head start at being able to know how to surf because we already know how to do it for real. So it's like, we're the ones that give it its information. You know what I mean? So it's like, and it's constantly going to be evolving, because we're going to constantly evolve. So it has to learn everything that we're doing. You know what I mean?
And I feel like it's part of, because again, like I said, a lot of artists are afraid of it. It's like, okay, AI is killing the artists or whatever. But also, if you learn to use it to make you more efficient and productive, then you can survive a very tough industry. So it's like, you might as well use it to help you survive, because it is so hard and there's a million things to do. And on top of creating art consistently, which you need to do to be a successful artist, there's also this whole business side that you might as well try to take advantage of the tools that are out there to help you become more efficient in those things.
I mean, I'm totally not opposed. It's like, and I don't think people are going to be either. It's like, if the end product is good, that's all people are really going to care about at some point. You know what I mean? Right now, we might have to be like, oh, anti-AI or whatever. But like, I think eventually, if it's as good as a person, then the person should be able to use it to do wild, new, cool, creative things. You know what I mean? And do it fast. So that's another cool thing too. It's like, if maybe I have a vocal or whatever, I can try 4 different styles like that. You know what I mean? So I don't have to spend hours and hours producing out 4 different styles, you know what I mean, of the same song just to see which style I want to do. You know what I mean? Or if I have a female vocal song that I wrote, what's it going to sound like with a girl on it? That's super easy now. So like, there's plenty of benefits. And like, I think we just need to be the one spearheading it. You know? And if you're actually creative musician, I feel like the people who are really in trouble are the cookie cutter people. Like, if you make cookie cutter music and it's not unique at all, you're gonna be replaced. I would replace you too if I was a film guy or something. You know, I needed something basic. Just go get it. You know what I mean? That's a terrible thing to think about, but hey, that's reality. It's like, singles were never just stream it on your phone anytime you want. You had to actually go buy it and stuff like that. Now you can just do that. Should we be super angry? It's like, it is what it is now.
Technology is here. Like, it comes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like people back in the day, have always been mad about the next technology that's coming because it's killing whatever business was before it. And there's examples of that throughout history, time and time again. Yep. But that's the way things go. So it's like you can be at the forefront of it and learn how to use the tools to help you be the one that's killing it in the future, or it's like you can let it swallow you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like email replaced regular mail, kind of.
Yeah.
But I still get regular mail every single day. Yeah. It's junk, but hey, I still get it.
Yeah.
It's not completely dead.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be people that are going to actually seek out non-AI stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Later. So it's like,
absolutely,
it's going to be a whole thing. And you might be able to charge a premium if it's non-AI. You know what I mean?
And that's why I say, like, you have to be the one to survive. You know what I mean? And so to get to that point, and so use the tools that are available now to help you be more productive and efficient so that you can survive, so that you can be one of the ones that people are going to get the real sounding music, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Dope, man. Kofi Agyei, how can people find you, brother?
Shoot, good question. I think I'm Kofi Agyei Music most places. So that's KOFIAGYEI Music on Instagram, Facebook. I think I'm on Threads. I don't ever do anything, but I'm gonna start. Yeah, and I'm gonna definitely start probably a Twitch soon, YouTube soon, all that stuff. I got a bunch of tutorials in the back. I'm just trying to figure out the AI to chop them up into nice
so you've already like filmed some tutorials.
Yeah, I've already filmed. Actually, I filmed Campfire.
Oh,
I'll be mastering it. Yeah. So
I gotta
dope.
Put
that out. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
The whole thing. I got to film the whole thing. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
There's a bunch of.
And so you took, while you were doing mastering Campfire, you kind of walked through like, okay, here's what I do when I master. I do this, adjust this, whatever.
Yep.
Dope.
Yeah. I might be out of a business, but your engineer gonna be like, okay, word.
No, man. No, I think I think that's dope to share the knowledge. I feel like that is like people get, afraid of sharing what they know and stuff like that. But I feel like the more you share what you know, the more people come to you to
gotta add value, man. You gotta provide value. And the thing is, nobody has my ears either. So it's like, or
Absolutely.
my taste, you know what I mean? So it's like, you won't even get the same thing from me twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I try to make sure, like, before I work on something that's, I try to be in the right headspace or the right environment because like, you're never going to get the same thing twice.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, you talked about providing value. I think the more you provide value for people, the more likely they are to spend money with you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of
they trust you.
Yeah, no, 100%. A lot of the guys that are, a lot of the people that are, big, kind of successful entrepreneurs that, I listen to a lot of their content and they talk about that. They say, I do this content and, the more I put out there, the more people come to me and just want to buy my books, or they want to, take my course, or they want to, go to my conference, or whatever it is that they're doing. And so like, I think that's dope. Like, put out that content, add that value for people.
This year, I've just been on my business tip, man.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Alex Hormozy stuff. I've been all over his stuff.
Let's go. I refer to him a lot, and because I say in this podcast, like, I listen to a lot of entrepreneurs that do content. He's probably one of the main ones. When I say that, that's a lot of times who I'm talking about. Yeah,
shoot, he needs to come to the music world, man.
Yeah, 100%.
He needs to see this and. Come holla.
Absolutely. No, Alex is his content is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's the way he explains stuff. He just explains it in a way I'm like, oh,
yes,
that makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
You know what I mean? And so he's a good teacher.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, I mean, honestly, I, recommend anybody out there listening to listen to somebody like that, whether it's him or somebody else that you identify with. But I think it's important to, have that kind of virtual mentor, if you will. Yeah. I feel like, having as many mentors as possible, that have actually done the thing, that have actually accomplished things, and I feel like it doesn't even necessarily have to be a musician, because I feel like a lot of the principles of success are principles of success that work across the board. You know, what works over here, works over here, you know?
It's just about being creative enough to figure out how you can do it.
Apply it, yes, to what you're doing. Yes, absolutely.
And the thing is, a lot of people have already done that too in your space.
Yes.
Just go research them too.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to be doing. Like, I'm going to be new to this whole, like, getting in front of the camera all the time and making content and this and that. Like, so I got to go watch this stuff. I got to go learn what's everybody else doing. Like, the leaders in the space. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's what I've been doing a lot of as well. I'm like, you know, studying a lot of those guys that, you know, like the Alex Hormozis. You know, I've been watching a ton of them, taking courses on, you know, content creation. And then, of course, you know, the music stuff too, like taking courses on Spotify growth. And, you know, like I feel like a lot of times, even when it comes to like spending money, especially, I feel like on these courses and stuff, we're afraid. You alluded to it earlier. You know, we're afraid to like spend that money because we don't know, because it's a risk, you know.
It's a risk,
of spending, you know, $1,000 on a course or $500, whatever it is on a course, because you don't know if it's gonna quote unquote work. But I've kind of gotten into mindset of like, nothing is a waste, you know, because if it's on your education, and you never know what is gonna be like the useful piece of information. Like I was telling somebody the other day, I feel like life it's like a puzzle. You're putting a puzzle together and you're collecting these different pieces and you don't know when you're gonna have the full picture. You don't know when you're gonna have all the pieces. You know what I'm saying? To make that picture where it makes sense, where you can look at it and go, oh, okay, cool. Now I see what's going on. But you have to keep collecting those pieces. Just keep collecting them.
Keep collecting them.
And, you know, it's like, you don't know. Like, so I just feel like there's no wasted pieces. Like if it's channeled towards what it is you're trying to, you know, get good at, then I feel like there's no wasted information. That's how I feel.
Man, there's experience, like, 'cause they say hindsight's 20/20, right? It's like there's so many like times I could describe like it was terrible. Like, you know what I mean? We thought it was a terrible situation. Like, I think one gig we did it 2 or 3 times now, but I didn't foresee what happened that, you know, before it happened. And so basically it was like a buyout gig. So like they paid us and they own everything forever. You know what I mean? And just beats after beat after beat after beat after beat. But hey, it's a steady paycheck in music. You don't really have that. Especially a good one that paid every single week like clockwork. We had that a couple of times. And it's like, you think, man, if I only had publishing on this, if I only did this, but and X, Y, and Z, but like, this is such a waste. You know, I just wasted 5,000 tracks, you know what I mean? But I didn't. Now I can make tracks faster than 99% of the people out there, you know what I mean? In any style, because every week it was a different style. And so like, or somebody's like, oh, I want a money bag, yo, type of beat. I got 15 of them, 20 of them. There's templates just right there, ready to go. You know what I mean? And so like, and a lot of those tracks we were doing, like it might take like 2 hours to set up the template, an hour and a half. And then after that, it would take us 50 minutes, 45 minutes to crank out the next track that was similar to it. So it's like,
what was this? It was something you bought?
It was a gig basically.
A gig, okay.
So like, and then in that gig, he would send us, usually it was like top 10 type of songs, you know what I mean? So Billboard Hot 100. Imagine doing this for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the different types of songs that come through the Billboard Top 100. Make 10 of these. Make 10 of those.
Got it.
10 of these every single week.
I see.
And so we did that for years. And so when it comes to like adapting to new styles, it's clockwork. It's easy. You know what I mean? Or even the Todrick gigs. I mean, we did all these different what do you call it? Visual albums and all these different styles of albums. It's like he doesn't just stick to one thing. So like, because he comes from Broadway, and Broadway, you know, you got all kinds of different styles in one show. You know what I mean? And so I've done Broadway type of stuff. I've done rock stuff. I've done country, whatever. You know what I mean? Not a lot of country, but whatever you can think of. Pop, this R&B, this artist, that artist. Tons and tons and tons of them. So it's like we have templates for days. The sounds are sitting there ready to go. It's already got the plugins on there ready to go. You know what I mean? If it's like a lo-fi or a gritty song or whatever. So like, it just helps. And I had no idea that was going to be the case
right
when we started it. You know what I mean? I thought it was just going to be like, okay, it's just a money grab. Let's get the money and let's go. But like, no, you learned so much. You learn how to be efficient, learn how to export tracks fast, super fast in Logic. Like I press export and go eat lunch, come back, and everything's neat and nice and made, and the tracks are all labeled and everything's organized. It's like, because we had to do that for that gig.
And I feel like everybody's just looking for the silver bullet, that one thing that's gonna, just change everything and it's gonna, just make you blow up or whatever. But I feel like it's not that. It's more of the puzzle pieces that finally come together and you're like, oh, now I see the full picture,
Yeah. I think it's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because once you have that, then it's like, okay,
then
now
that is a silver bullet.
Yeah, now I can go. Yeah, that feels like the silver bullet, I feel like.
Yeah.
But really it's the combination of all the different pieces.
You don't get to that final, I guess, jet or whatever, that bullet until you find all the pieces to get all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Once you get them all.
Which I have this Thanos ring right here, which is a little nod to like, I'm like a kind of a Marvel nerd. So anyway, but it's kind of like, it kind of reminds me that collecting, I kind of think about it like that too. It's like this when you're, going through life, like collecting the Infinity Stones. It's like you're collecting those pieces, those gems, if you will, and utilizing that for good, not to snap away half the world,
And I don't even want overnight success, like, because it's like, a lot of times you can't sustain it. You know what I mean? But when you build the foundation and stuff like that, then it's sustainable when you get it.
Exactly.
So I'm like, cool.
Exactly. And this was something I was thinking about the other day, is that when you plant a seed, it grows down first.
Oh, yes.
The roots, they grow down first. And so you don't grow up first, you go down first. And so it feels like when you're, when it feels like you're on a downslide, you know what I mean? Sometimes when you're starting out or whatever, or even if you've been doing it for a while and it's like, it just feels like I'm not making progress or even I'm going backwards. It's like you're growing down to establish that root so that when you grow up, when the winds come, you're sturdy, you're strong, you're stable, you can handle what comes.
Yep. Absolutely. That's how it goes.
Yeah, man. And so you mentioned also, I just want to touch on real quick, you mentioned streaming live as you're going to be, doing something, because that's like something I've been thinking about too. I know some people that have, had some success, going on like TikTok live or Twitch, and then getting those people to like a Discord or something like that. So I was just curious how you're kind of thinking about that or how you're approaching the going live.
So actually, this artist Domino, he put me onto it, and he streams live every day. He's a great artist too, and he's basically like, man, you should stream. He's just telling me all the different things and like what he would do if he was me, and I was just like, let me listen to this guy. Yeah. I think he went from 0 to like 30,000 followers or subscribers in like months, not even years. Like, and he said he worked with DDG a lot too so he like picked his brain and stuff. But like, he was putting me on game, and I was like, you know what, you're right. You know what I mean? And I was like, let me actually try it out and see what happens. You know what I mean? And just build a following, and we said earlier, like it builds trust. It builds like, especially by showing my process. My whole thing with social media is I never had time to just sit there and like, let me film a tutorial, let me do X, Y, and Z. I was like, life was too busy for me to do that. So now I can basically, like, with the new computers technology and OBS and all this stuff, I can just stream it live, what I'm doing, and then send it through AI to chop it up, whatever, put it out there. X, Y, and Z. Like, and so now I actually can provide content. And so now I'm actually going to start like filming stuff and talking about what I'm doing and just getting out there, and hopefully I meet some cool people like along the way.
Absolutely.
I have a lot of people, like I told you, I talked to 300 artists. They all want me to hear their music and play and stuff. And I've seen people start pages that's what they do. They review music. You know what I mean? I'm like, I would love to do that. You know what I mean? Find different artists and just review their music and help people. Just give them tidbits and stuff like that. Like, absolutely. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's super dope. I think, one cool thing you said was you saw somebody that had some success doing it and you're like, okay, let me listen to this person and try to sting out. I think that's one of the, things that I'm on too now. It's like, okay, when you see somebody that's like, and that's part of the point of this podcast too, is like, okay, you see somebody that's doing something cool, that's having some success in an area that you want to, maybe try to replicate, pick their brain, see what they're doing, like, listen to their content, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you can learn, and if you, kind of take the things that they say into account and put it into practice, then, you can potentially replicate some of their success.
That's my thing. I think a lot of people, like, if it doesn't necessarily, they don't get it right away, then they're like, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I'm like, but if it does, like, stay in the back of your mind or whatever, just try it wholeheartedly, fully for a little while. Like for long enough. I don't know necessarily, it depends on what you're doing, how long you need to try it.
Yes.
But try it for long enough.
Yes.
To where you can make a strong decision whether it's working or not.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think that's what a lot of people do. They jump from thing to thing, especially musicians. Thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. It's like if you would have just stayed that one course.
Absolutely.
And did it fully, you would have had 10 times more success than
absolutely. When I started this podcast, I said, I am going to do, so first let me say, I heard a stat that was basically like, out of the people that start podcasts, it was something like 90% of them don't even make it past one episode or something like that.
That's crazy.
And then out of those people, 90% of them don't make it past, I want to say it was like 21 episodes or something like that. And so I was like, when I started the podcast, I was like, I am going to do at least 22 episodes before I even think about judging whether or not I should, keep going or whatever. Like, I'm not even going to have that conversation with myself.
That's the perfect way to do it.
Until I do 22. Because then at 22, I know that I have at least given it more of a chance than anybody else. You know what I mean? I've at least done more than what most people do.
A real chance.
And so that's like, I'm giving it a fair chance, And, along the way, I got to talk to some cool people. I've learned a lot about, about podcasting, and I'm kind of taking that into this new iteration of the podcast. But it's been it's been a lot of fun.
And I'm sure it's going to help in music too. Like,
absolutely.
Getting the word out there. It's going to help you talking in front of cameras all the time.
Absolutely.
Could be preparation for that. You know what I mean? Who knows? You know what I mean? But it's not, there's no wrong ways. You know what I mean? There's so many, I feel like there's a million paths to get to where you're going, but you got to carve your own,
Absolutely. Kofi, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching. If there was something in particular that you heard that you liked, definitely throw it in the comments and let us know. And if there's somebody that you know that you feel like would get something out of this episode, definitely go ahead and shoot it to them. Like and subscribe. We appreciate you. I'll catch you next time.